Was less than, without a doubt, in the playoffs. I'm not going to give him any kind of excuse, but the season started with an injury, and all year long there was a dilemma of some kind.
The end of the season for Hassan Whiteside and the Miami Heat. And today, Heat President Pat Riley delivered his version of the State of the Union.
No topic off limits, from Hassan Whiteside to Dwayne Wade, free agency, and possible changes to the Heat roster.
CBS 4 sports anchor Jim Baer is here with Tim Reynolds from the Associated Press. And guys, what does Pat Riley have in mind?
Pat Riley always wants to win, and that's the bottom line. Question is, how does he improve this roster? So, Tim, let's get into it. You heard what he said about Hassan Whiteside. He said that he was not mentally or physically ready for the playoffs. Was he saying he was just lazy or just still hurt and that he couldn't get ready?
No, he wasn't saying just lazy. I mean, but there was definitely some sharp criticism, and it wasn't just for Hassan, too. There was also some criticism for Eric Spoelstra in there, which we'll get to in a second. But Hassan had that great opening night in Orlando,
right,
and then he missed a bunch of games. And then he missed more games when the bone bruise and the knee came back. And then, if you listen to Pat today, he mentioned the issue with the brace. The Heat are very big on their guys wearing knee braces. Hassan felt it was impeding him in a lot of ways. He kind of fought them on it. I am absolutely convinced, JB, that this 9-game absence for, quote-unquote, a hip problem, I think part of that was Hassan not wanting to play with the brace, and they were not getting along, and you saw the end result, a complete breakdown.
And Riley said that if need be, he'll intervene between Whiteside and Spo. What does that mean?
Well, what it means is that the head coach and the highest paid player on the team can't be feuding. That's what it means, first of all. And listen, Pat's always been a big man whisperer. Pat loves the center. The NBA has gotten away from the 5. Pat Riley will never get away from 5s, obviously. Look at what they're paying Hassan. You're not going to be able to keep him here if he's going to be unhappy, if he's going to be moody. I think Pat wants him on the floor. He's going to want to hear Spo's side. But believe me, most of that anger today was directed toward number 21.
Now, we got this graphic between us here, standing Pat. So will they stand Pat? He says he wants a transformational player, but how does he get one?
Well, you get one now through sign and trades. You get one through trades. You get one through taking on if there is that transformer guy out there,
Kawhi Leonard, supposedly.
Kawhi Leonard. LeBron James is probably going to be on the move. Don't think Pat's not going to get involved. I know. Stop. Just stop. Just stop. Or maybe just Washington. You know, Washington, again, goes out in the first round. Do they break up John Wall and Brad Beal? There are, and I don't know if Brad Beal counts as a transformative player like Pat said.
I don't think he does.
They're always going to look for the quote-unquote whale.
Now, we're looking at Goran Dragic here, who he, along with Josh Richardson, Riley praised as the best players this year on the team. But then he also said that nobody is untouchable on this roster, and if you put the right name in front of him, he would consider moving anybody. So what's he saying about these guys, that they're not real closers in his mind?
Well, the reality of it is they were 41-41 last year, and he wasn't swayed by the 30-11 finish. They were 44-38 this year. They're basically been a smidge over mediocre. I mean, that's the reality. I mean, everyone, it's a likable group of guys, but if the right guy came along, everybody is available, like he said.
Very quickly, Dwayne Wade, of course, we don't know what he's going to do. Riley says he's going to give him a month or so to decide. How's that conversation going to break down?
It's going to be whatever Dwayne wants. I mean, Pat's going to tell him this is what we have to give you, and either Dwayne's going to accept it or not. I don't think Dwayne's anywhere near even thinking about it yet. He's being an AAU dad right now. As Ryle said to him last week, God bless him on that quest, because the AAU world's a lot of fun.
His son Zaire.
His son Zaire, who's an excellent ball player.
Maybe in 10 years he'll be on the Heat. Who knows?
Maybe sooner. Maybe much sooner.
All right, Tim. Thanks so much.